It's like me.
It's like you're tough on the outside, but you're just a teddy bear on the inside.
It's true.
So we are here with Josh from Good Art Hollywood, who led us inside his kind of secret jewelry manufacturer that he's been running for quite a while now. Can you tell us a little bit more about how the whole concept and the whole idea got to start?
Sure, I actually started really not with a concept or an idea, but just wanting a few things myself.
For yourself?
Yeah. It was 1989, 1990, body piercing was becoming kind of a thing in LA, but it was very underground and it was very cliquey, and if you were involved, then you were involved, and if you weren't, it was very hard to sort of break into that world. And I saw some earrings a guy was wearing, they were big chunky earrings, and I thought, those are cool, I want those.
And now if you were to define your brand in maybe 3 words, what would it be? Because it really has become a brand, a jewelry brand that's chunky but cool, rock and feminine at the same time.
It's good art.
Major things that are very distinctive to your brand. One is the finish that you were telling me about, which is when you dip it, then you have this black and the shadow look that you give.
Yeah, antiquing it.
We see this in practically all of the pieces, plus the rosette, which is the flower that we see on every single of your piece. How did that thing come up?
It's something I saw on a headstone in Wales or Ireland. I was there backpacking. Part of that was exploring the early parts of these cultures, and we saw ruins and buildings and cool burned out churches. And I also liked to draw, so back then I found myself drawing stuff that was going on then in that scene, in that environment, drawing the rosette. All right, flash forward a number of years later. I was sitting in front of some wax, and I was teaching myself how to carve wax and how to make original masters that I could say, well, I'm going to cast this into my piece of jewelry. I really just wanted to make these things for myself, and while I was doodling the rosette and sort of sketching it out, I was stumped over here on what to make out of metal, and then it was one of those silly moments where you say, okay, put it together. So I drew the rosette on a piece of wax, and I took a saw and I cut it out, and I cast it. I go where my affinity and my love for something takes me, and I love mechanisms, and I love working with metal and clasps and making things that are seemingly simple, function beautifully. And now we have this beautiful foundry, and we're really skilled.
It truly is a jewelry manufacturer. When you think about it, you do everything from A to Z.
We do, but we have to, because along the way, I found that every time I relied upon somebody for something, either casting or finishing or polishing, whatever the thing was, it was always done to a standard that wasn't mine, and so we would take that and bring it in-house. And that's why this is the culmination really of wanting complete control and complete responsibility for everything we make. We literally do everything from tip to tail here, because there's nobody who's going to do it as well as we are for us.
It has always been here, your location, or
No,
you changed?
we've only been in this building for 2 years.
Okay.
Prior to this, we were a mile and a half that way.
Okay.
Deeper into below downtown LA.
You're slowly but surely climbing up.
We needed a lot more space. We've gotten a lot more attention on us. I think social media is a big part of that.
Yeah,
I think the world's just gotten smaller, so people in other places say, hey, I saw this at such and such a spot, or I saw it on the internet or whatever. So there's a lot more reach for the brand. So the brand as a brand is growing.
I'm just so in love with the shape of your flower.
Thank you so much.
I mean, your flower, no, it's a rosette, but...
No, it's fine. It is a flower. It's also, it's like you said, it's feminine, masculine.
Yeah, it's the touch of femininity that makes it rough, but like supple on the side. It sweetens it,
It's like me.
It's like you're tough on the outside, but you're just a teddy bear on the inside.
It's true.
Thank you very much for letting us enter your secret world and this whole jewelry manufacturer in the middle of LA, where actually nobody really knows where it is.
I actually love sharing all this stuff, so thank you.